All right, y'all. I had this all mixed up. Guess what this international package is going at?
This is my very first international order. Yes, the first time I've ever shipped anything internationally. So make sure y'all watch this because you're going to want to see what I was sending off to the customer and what she ordered. Huge shout out to her. Thank you very much.
Y'all, I got tears in my eye. We made another order. Actually, we made two orders, and they came right back to back after each other, which was strange because I got one at 8 p.m. and then I got one at 9 p.m. Now, the most popular item seems to have been a mantle. Yes, our fancy mantle. That is the most popular item. Must be for this month because I've sold three of them. Okay. Now, the first one I sold, I needed to make a copy of. And I made a copy of it. Sold that to the customer. The second order, this one is let me tell y'all where it's going to. Now, the second order is very unique because it's going to a unique location. It's going international. Yes, it's going to the United Kingdom. And that's interesting to see that, hey, it's going to London. Like, oh my God, like a product I handmade going all the way to London, England, United Kingdom. Like, oh my gosh, that's interesting, right? Very interesting to me. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna ship it as far as like the postage goes and the shipping fees. So I will be going down to my trustworthy post office that I go to all the time, and I'm gonna ask them how much would it cost to ship this item because Etsy is giving me some issues like with the international order. I don't know why, but they're saying they can't find a carrier or a courier to be able to, from point A to point Z. Like, really? Y'all can't do that, Etsy? So, therefore, if I could, I should convert that customer from Etsy to GoFundMe. Because, I'm tired of y'all taking fees out my money anyway, or my products. Straight up, I really am. But on the other flip note, we got another order, that 9 o'clock order, back to back. And guess how much that one is? The same item, a mantle, but it's going to Arizona. Now, I love Arizona. I spent a lot of time in Arizona when I traveled across the country. And Arizona was one of the places that I could always have fun. I didn't really do much there, but I did a lot of sightseeing, a lot of driving and stuff. But I do love looking at the scenery in Arizona. It's a little different. It gets hot, really hot, especially during the summer months. Really hot. June and July. Oh my gosh, it's hot. And I like it because the rocky scenery. Like I get to see the scenery change. Here, all I see is like cornfields, cotton fields, trees, like farm life, like trailers, mobile homes, a little bit of the city life. I don't want to see that no more. So just imagine me going to another state like Arizona where you don't see none of that. You see rocky hills and you see a lot of deserts and you see a lot of the highways or the freeways. We don't really see no highways like with traffic. It'd be like them 2-lane roads. Where the old Coyote movies with the Roadrunner. Yeah, you see a lot of that. Yeah, and I miss stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and ship out these orders. Now we already found the boxes to ship them in. We had to go through our little stash, our order stash. When I say our order stash, I mean because I order a lot. I order a lot of packages, and I always keep the boxes. There's a good reason why I keep the boxes. Now I know, keep the boxes if you can. You can always reuse those boxes and resend them off. So yeah, we're gonna be reproducing another mold. I do have a mold video on how I made the fancy mantle. We're gonna call it the fancy mantle. I have a video on that, and I will be I'll be showing that really soon if it's not out already. So you'll get a chance to see how I made it. So now I gotta make another one, and I'm gonna make another one to make at least two, so I have some on hand. Cause I like having products on hand. I don't really like to have the customer wait, or I don't like to wait in general if I don't have to. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. But yeah, huge shout out to those two new sales, those two new customers. Thank you so much. And it's so funny how like they came like back to back and on the same day. Now Etsy, if you watching this, stop playing with my money. Like literally, stop playing with my money, okay? Because y'all be saying that you can get the money if it's over a certain like $25 in that day. I better have my money in my account by tomorrow when I check. or the next time, I'm going to convert these customers over to my GoFundMe. I'm tired of playing with y'all. And that's real, y'all. That's really real. Don't play about my money, okay? Literally, do not play about my money. I do not play about it, okay? Seriously. Now, I appreciate the stuff that Essie is doing, but I never forgot about what happened in 2022 when you shut down my original shop. Now, I could be petty and convert all my customers over to my GoFundMe, and I will do that if I have to. So, yeah, y'all, happy crafting, folks. And remember, all big dreams start out small. Peace. I'm just joking, Etsy. Thank y'all so much for the opportunity to give creators, artists, people like me a platform to be able to sell and showcase their work. So I just want to say thank y'all. Thank y'all so much, Etsy. Still waiting on my money, but I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. All right, so this is going to be the package. I gotta wrap it, but customer ordered 3 columns and one of our mantles, and this mantle has been a popular seller. Obviously, it's fancy, but I just was able to make a copy of it. I gotta make another copy of it, so I will be using my process to make another mold for this and casting it. And this is just a box that I had from another package, so I had to salvage it, and it's like the perfect box. It's got to strip all this stuff down and pack up this, fix these, and ship it off to the post office today. Yes, today. Customer ordered last night, but we're gonna ship it off today because it's already ready. All right, so this is the customer's order. So we always write thanks on the order sheet, and then we got the shipping stuff that we're gonna ship it off, and then we're gonna put a thank you note in there, and that is basically it for this package. And she spent some money with us, so thank you, customer. All right, so this is the order. It's gonna be going out really soon. Now I just gotta whip up one of these. So I got my tools, and you're gonna definitely need this product, the Magic Mold. Perfect, it works good, and you can't do it without this product. Perfect cast. Now, once we get it whipped up and ready, we're gonna put it inside of this box. This is the box that's going to the UK or London, England. So we're going to be shipping this one off to a part of London, a part of England, and that's where it's going to be at. So we're going to get ready, and I'm going to show you guys the process of actually making and molding this. But you have to find my other video, so hopefully you guys watch it. Like, just watch it. So it'll be like posted, and maybe the link in the description, I'm not sure, but you know, it should be my recent videos. So yeah, we're gonna get ready and send it off to London, England, aka the UK. All right, fun fact. So when I did go to London in 2020, I was with my little brother, right? And he would get so upset at me when I used my British accent. Now, I hadn't used it in a while. I hadn't had to. But when I was over there, boy, I was using that British accent like it wasn't nothing. Like I was from there, okay? If somebody asked me where I was from, what part of the city, I wouldn't be able to tell them. But my accent was just that good. And my niece can do the accent too, like the British accent. So, yeah, so, you know, what a bloody broke, and so I'm not really, like, looking for that, and, you know, so I had to really tell them, like, I was, like, you know, I was so upset with everything that happened, and I would, like, never, like, you know, yeah, it was really cool, so it was a good experience. So, wow, this is going off there to another country. Wow. All right, let's go ahead and make the making this, all right? Got to ship off this item and this item too at the same time on the same day. Fingers crossed, hopefully. All right, so I'm just getting this set up. Like I said, I do have a tutorial out already with me using this product and making the video. But yeah, we in the washroom today where we could be as messy as we want to, because we got a big sink, y'all. Just a big sink. And we're going to go and make this. So while making this, I'm going to go ahead and listen to my Spotify, y'all. I love Spotify. I love to listen to music. I'm going to be listening to some Nina Simone today. Now, Nina Simone, she was a musician. there's a lot about her that I still don't know. And I know that she did stand up for civil rights. And that was one of the things that was very important to her. She had a lot of controversy with her life, a lot. You'll have to look at, films, documentaries about how she lived her life. She was an artist and she was a musician and a singer. And she started out when it was segregated during those times. So, yeah. But I just recently watched a movie. I want to say it was a biopic, and it had Zoe Zalinda, I think that's her last name, playing as her. I don't know why people gave it bad reviews. I don't know why. They were saying because she was light skinned and they should have somebody dark skinned playing her, and they had to like darken her skin to play her. I thought she did a great job in the movie. I thought the movie was good. It don't matter who played it. Like, I felt like I was watching a movie, and that's how you want acting to be. You feel like you're watching the real thing. So, yeah, watching that movie from off YouTube really was like, okay, let me listen to Nina Simone today. Let me hear what she was going through, hear her music, hear her pain, hear her art, and how that happened to her. And, she put a lot of what was going on in her life during those times in her music. And she, like I said, she had a very controversial life. And we about to listen to some music. And yeah, Nina Simone is the artist of today. So we will be doing that while we're crafting and making this and duplicating it. So yeah, y'all, I'm about to listen to some good music. Y'all, I love my Spotify. I ain't letting that one go. Okay, I'm addicted to that Spotify music. Okay, Apple Music. It's nothing against you, but you ain't the one for me. Spotify, you the one for me. Okay, I don't care. Music is my drug. I love music. But I love hearing the most, y'all. Hearing is very important to me, okay? If any other senses go, I need this one. I need this one. I love to hear. Like, imagine not being able to hear. Seeing is like hit or miss, with or without contacts. But hearing is like, I'm very grateful for these. Always. Always. All right, so this is what we have so far, which is not too bad. We got the mold. The mold is already set. Now we just have to add a little bit more mixture to actually make the object. So we're gonna smooth this out, and we been getting a lot better at this. The last time we used like too much water. Y'all gotta go back to the old video to try and kind of like check that out. But this is what we at. Just gotta add a little bit more mixture here and here, and then like smooth it out like a peanut butter sandwich. All right, so we mixed the last bit, and we try to make sure we get it right because that's all we have. And, we can't waste this. That's like eating into our profit. So, yeah, we're not wasting any of this. I had some issues with the mold. I didn't have enough in there at one time. So, yeah, I wasn't wasting my profit. That's why you see duct tape and you see some braces on there. Yeah, we don't want to eat them to our profit. So we're going to go ahead and pour this in there. Let's go and pour it. It'll cure and it'll get hard. So, yeah, I learned that the more water you add, the soupier it's going to be. The less water you add, the stiffer it'll be. You just need an equal amount of both. Y'all, I wasn't even recording that part. That sucks. I didn't even record none of the pouring, but yeah, I got to focus. So catch y'all on the flip side. All right, so I kept telling myself as I was doing this, be as smooth as possible because we don't want to mess it up at all. So, and we want to get it as neat as possible. So this should be it. Now, this should be done in about 45 minutes. It should be a little hard. And we're going to come back. We're going to demold it, and we're going to let it dry for 24 hours. And it should be ready to ship off to the customer. Now, of course, we're going to have to touch it up, sand it a little bit, just to make sure that it is correct and blemish free. That's one thing about handmade products. Sometimes it can slide, sometimes it can't slide. But I do want to show like it is kind of handmade, but actually not really handmade, but altogether it's handmade. Oh, and this mold is good for about 2 uses. So I might be able to get 3. We'll see, but it's good for about 2 to 3 uses. After that, it's not gonna last long. And fun fact, so I just noticed and figured out that perfect mold can be used to cast your fingers. So if you ever wanted to use it, experiment that product, I like it. It's not as bad. I had to get really used to it because there was a lot of mixing, a lot of messiness. But if you wanted to like mold your fingers, like you just dip your hand in the mixture, leave it in there for about like 5 minutes, pull it out. You're going to have your impression, okay? Your impression of your fingers or your hands, whatever you want to mold. Once you pull it out, then you mix the solution for perfect cast and get that mixture ready. Let that dry for 45 minutes. Pull it out. Let it dry for 24 hours. You'll have a perfect mold. Now, I was going to do that, but I was like, you know what? I might need this. You know, I ain't made that much money just yet to replace all of this material I be using. That's the thing about it. I don't want to waste any material. Although I want to do more fun, creative, artsy stuff, which I might though. You know, I want to add more new stuff to my Etsy. Like, it don't have to be miniature related at all, period. It's not. But, you know, lately it has been. So I'm going to bring in some new stuff. I might start sculpting my hand and stuff like that. So y'all never know. You might just see a hand on there too. You might. Just in the future. You might. You just might. All right. So as I wait for the molds to dry, this is the one that we had to replicate. I'm going to clean up the rest of my materials and my items so I have those for my next thing. And I'm going to go ahead and prepare those customers' orders so I can ship it off. So that's the process. I'm cleaning up and getting everything ready to ship off. And hopefully y'all be able to take y'all with me to the post office. Okay? That'd be so fun. Again, it's always fun taking packages to the post office, right? Right. That entrepreneurship, that making that money, huh? Yeah. But while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and listen to some music. I'm listening to some jazz. I got Billie Holiday playing, so I'm going to listen to that. I'm going to listen to a whole bunch of jazz music. I'm going to hear jazz, nothing but jazz today. That's it. A jazzy day. All right, so I went through my stash of molds, and I will be making more of these. And some picture frames as well. All of those will be casted. I'm gonna do this too. Since we are already doing this, let's just go ahead and just do it and see what it looks like. All right, now it is time to demold it and remove it from the mold. We gotta be very careful. We don't wanna rip this or mess it up. So we just have to clean this up just a tad bit, scruff it out, and it'll be ready to be sent off to the customer. And it looks exactly like the original one. All right, so the mantle is done. It's getting packed up and it is ready to go. So let's go ahead and just wrap it on up and take it to the post office for our customer.
All right, so we're about to go ahead and take this to the post office. Now, we already got the packages. We got them right here in the basket. Today, we got the basket. So let's go ahead and switch hats and do what we got to do. All right, so we got a good 15 minutes to get there. So I know we're going to get there on time. So that's what we about to do. All right, so basket is, you know, it's holding on. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So we're going to leave it as that. We ain't going to bother. It's serving its purpose, okay? It really is. So let's go. All right, I don't know what y'all saw just now, but I could have failed. I was trying to record this at the same time. It was not worth it. All right, so go ahead and take this in there real quick. Leave the bike right here where I can see it. Let's go ahead and get our packages. This one is going there. This is the package that's going to Arizona. Huge shout out to you. Thank you so much, customer. I got it for you. This is the one that's going to the UK. I'm not shipping this one off today, but it will be going like maybe tomorrow. I got to figure out how much shipping is going to cost for this and how to ship it, because Etsy is not going to be able to do it. Unfortunately, I don't know why. And yeah, that's basically it. We better go up in here and see how much it's going to cost. Okay, that went well. That went really well. However, they're not able to ship it. The one that's going over the seas, the United Kingdom, they're not able to ship it at this post office, so I gotta go to the one downtown. So yeah, we're gonna see how much that costs and how to ship that, because I'm not sure. But I think I've done this before. But it's been a while. So yeah, let's go ahead and head on home. So that's basically it. That's it for today. Entrepreneurship. Y'all, I was listening to my music. I had my and it go with the scenery too, like, cause it's very like country and stuff out here. I had on my my Aretha Franklin, chain, 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 chain of fools. You know how that song go. I don't really know, but yeah, I was playing like the old 19 like 60s, 1950 songs. Yeah, I was getting it on here now. We was getting it. We was definitely getting it. So yeah, the basket is holding up, but it's not like my favorite, so I won't be using the basket as often. I only used it just to take it to the post office, and then that was really it. So yeah, that's it. All right, so one thing I do like to do is I like to stop, look at the nature, give me a little it gives me a little peace at mind. So that's one thing I do like to do, and I'm gonna be doing that a little bit more often, coming out here looking at the nature and stuff and all that good stuff. So, and that is how you do it. All right, y'all, so we back to the crib, or to Martha Pink Shed back there. And yeah, that's basically it. So we did what we had to do. Now we're about to I don't think I'm gonna work or anything. I need to do a little bit of cleaning up. Probably gonna clean out my sister's pink shed 2020. Clean up my car or something, or maybe some more entrepreneurial stuff. Yeah, so thank y'all for watching. Like, y'all have been a lot to me, helping me keep going and doing this entrepreneurial thing 100%. So we gotta take one more package to the post office so far, okay, because they be coming in and I be thankful. So thank y'all so much for the orders, because it helps me keep running the Wagon and the Dream by Lewis. The next time y'all see me, I'm gonna have a extension to my bike. It's gonna be a wagon. I'm still getting used to that mode. So yeah. All right. Oh, all big dreams start out small. The Wagon and Dream by Lewis. Peace. All right, y'all. I had this all mixed up. Guess what this international package is going at? It's going to Ireland, Northern Ireland. I thought it was going to, when it said the UK, I'm thinking London. You know what I'm saying? It's going to Londonderry, not London, not London, England, like I thought. It's going to Ireland.
Luck of the Irish in Ireland or something like that. I don't know. I don't have no Irish accent. But yeah, that's where it's going at. Wow. I never thought about that. I ain't never thought about that. It's going to Ireland. Oh wow. Here I am thinking it was going to London, England. It was going to Ireland, which is wow. My first international order is in Ireland, Northern Ireland. Oh, that's something right there, ain't it? Yeah, that's something right there. So anyway, the order is already packed and we gotta ship it off tomorrow. So I'm very excited about that. I really am excited about it. All right, y'all. So this is the map right here. I thought it was going over here, like in this area right here. That's what I thought. It's not. It's going Inkscape. Now, why would you open up right now? You know we doing a video right now. I don't need you right now. Hold on, y'all. Let me exit out this Inkscape. No. I don't need you right now. Thank you so much, though. Okay. But back to what I was saying. Okay. So, I thought the package was going over here to London. No. You see, it's going over here to Northern Ireland, which is crazy, but crazy in a good way. I did not know. So all of this is the United Kingdom right here, okay? I didn't know that. I thought the United Kingdom was just right here in England. I did not know that Ireland was part of that. And, you know, the more you know, like, and where do I live at, yo? So I'm over, wow, the world is so much bigger than I thought it was. Like, it really was. So I live over here, like in this area where this dot at. So from here, it's gonna go all the way to Ireland, which is, y'all, that's crazy, but crazy in a good way. Wow, like how far are we from Africa? Okay, I know that this does not have nothing to do with this at all, but y'all ever heard of the Middle Voyage? You know, when the slaves were brought from Africa all the way to over here in this area? Let that sink in. No pun intended, but let that part sink in right there. The Atlantic slave trade was months and months and months. Let that part sink in. But back to what I was saying, like, wow, so my package is going from here to here. Also not related to this, but the Titanic, right? It sailed from here. It sunk. It was supposed to go to New York, like in this area. So Titanic route was this way. Titanic is somewhere like in this area right here. Somewhere, like right there. Titanic is probably right at that dot right there. Yup, that's where the Titanic at, right there. Yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to put that on there and just, you know, show y'all that's where the package is going at. So from here to there, like right in there, like right in like that part right there. Not right over here like I was thinking, like London, England, no, Ireland. Wow. The more you know, huh? Yeah. Y'all, that's why I should have paid attention to geography. Geography was not my thing. History was my thing, but never geography. But it's interesting. Very interesting, I must say. Wow. I did not know that. All right, y'all. So this was kind of unplanned. Really kind of unplanned because, yeah, I decided to do something cool with my box. This is a 3D filament box for 3D printing filament. So I decided to go the extra mile and do this. Now, this is not on purpose. This is just to cover up these labels of these old boxes that I had laying around. So I might be on to like my own branding really soon. I think we need to take it to the next step. Get something like this real soon. Real soon. I think that's the next step. All right, good morning. So we let the pieces dry overnight and they are all done. So I'm coming up with a brand new line for my Etsy shop. It's called Antiquity. I love old classical architecture, especially like anything with like Greece. So this is what I was able to mold, create, make, and I got a few more other pieces over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and ship one off to the customer. I think we're going to choose this one. This one has the least imperfections. I did have to work a little hard because my mold has some bubbles in it, and I was able to get a few of them out, but we're probably gonna send her this one. Or probably that one. They all just need to be sanded a little bit. So we're gonna do all of that. Right to the post office. And I was able to make a box for this. Since it was the first overseas box that's going to Northern Ireland, I'm about to show y'all what I did with that box. It gave me another idea. So stay tuned. All right, so this is an overview of all of them. I have one that is my favorite, and you're not gonna believe which one that actually is my favorite out of them all. But I just want to show y'all how these line up. So you take, let's say, this piece right here. You take this, and then you take the bottom pedestal, which is right here. See how it looks? You take that, and then you can take the other pedestal, which is like this. You could line this up kind of like that. See how you line that up? Like a nice statue. Or you can put one on the back because they're in reverse. And then you take, you got your column bases that you can add. You can add this. If you don't want that, you can switch it out for this. And then you probably would, let's just add this piece right here. Complete your column, and that would build a whole statue in a way. So my favorite piece out of them all is called Fragment. Now I also created some rocks. These are some rocks I just had leftover mold, and I was like, I can really use these for something else artistically too. So I chose to save them. Now I did a big mold yesterday, which was really big, and it didn't come out right, but I was able to come up with some fragments from it too, like this. Carve some features like it's a rock, like it's ruined. And all these pieces, they're not perfect. You see, some of them have bubbles that were in the mold. For example, one of the statues, you see like he has like a bubble in his face. But I like that because that's giving like antiquity. That's giving aged. It's giving real world, like, how aged stuff is, falling apart. But like I said, my favorite piece is, drum roll, da, 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 this one. Now I like this one because when I was taking it out of the mold, it broke. It goes back together like that. You can easily glue it back together, but I don't want it to be glued. I want it to, be like art. So this is my favorite one out of them all. So I like that. And I like a few other imperfections too that I found. This one, the mold had warped, so it looks kind of whimsical. You can't really see it, but you can kind of see it, like right there. You see how that has that little that wave. The other ones don't have that, but yeah. But I like this one because if you look closely at it, you could see some of the imperfections, which, it's not perfect, and I didn't want it to be perfect either. So I could have trashed it, but I kept it. I like the part where you see, some of the granite, not granite, but some of the plaster. You can still see the lines when it was being poured and produced and made. Like, for example, right here, that looks really good. I would actually like it just for that detail with the crack at the very top. I think that would look really good. Somebody's going to appreciate that and see that vision on that. And for example, let's look at the frames. You see how the frames have some bubbles? That's okay, because like I said, somebody's going to see the vision for it, like I do, and they're going to want to use it probably for something else. Now, one thing that did come out was the trim. This came out really good. This is some more of the trim for an ornate building if you want to create an ornate one. The ceiling medallions came out really good. These are like my favorite parts to do. Also the easiest. I never had problems with the ceiling medallions. Yeah, so these are really good too. So yeah, this is the Antiquity set. Now I'm probably gonna sell it piece by piece or all together. And I think it'll come out really good. It'll come out really good. Let's put this right here. Let's frame my QR code, for example. Let's just frame it. See what it look like. So yeah, all that came out really good. All right, so maybe I wasn't recording this, but this was our very first international order. So this is what the customer's gonna see. It says, thanks, smiley face, first international customer. And I had cut out a star. So yeah, this is what the customer's gonna see. So all of this was not intentional. It was not intentional at all. It was just planned. But this is the thank you card. I like that I did cut out the star, y'all. I took my time cutting that star out because that's the first one. But this is the box, as you can see. So maybe I'm gonna invest in some labels or something, or get some boxes custom made for stuff like this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that for the next go round. All right, and that is basically it. Yep, we're gonna take it to the post office. I'm glad I was able to figure all of that stuff out, how it worked, and what I was able to do with it. As far as international shipping, it really wasn't a hard process. It was pretty easy once I kind of understood it. Like, yeah. Only thing that was a little hard was like figuring out what part of the UK is this, what part is that. But yeah, y'all already seen the video, so it was good. So shout out to Mary. I just want to say thank you very much for choosing the Wagon and the Dream by Lewis. I really hope that you enjoy your handmade, handcrafted mantle. So I just want to say thank you very much for purchasing this from me. And hopefully we can do business again. So thank you so much. Peace. All right, y'all. So we about to ride off in the sunset, or however this goes. We got the bike, we got our package in there, and we're going to officially drop off the package that's going to Ireland. Yes, North Ireland in the UK. Okay, I just found out what that was. But let's go ahead and do this, y'all. Y'all know I be living for these epic bike rides, and I love my new wheels. I'm so thankful. I never will forget my original wheels, Wings. You know, Wings has been with me for a very long time, and that car has 300,000 miles on it. Now, I've driven to across the country so many times, from SC to CA, if you know what that is. Like, I've driven many rides, and I've also been to all 48 states that you can drive to. Okay, minus Hawaii and Alaska. I haven't been to those yet driving. I've been to all the other ones, so time for her to get some rest. I've upgraded. Most of y'all would say it's a downgrade, but I say, like, who has time for car repairs? Who got time for car payments? Who got time for gas? Who got time for that, okay? I don't have time for that. So I'm still doing this entrepreneurial thing, this hustle and this grind, until I get the next best thing. Now, my next thing is, we working on that. So I'm gonna put that in the universe. So I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do. I got this helmet on. Do I like wearing a helmet? No. But is it safe? Yeah, you just never know. So yeah, let's go ahead and do what we gotta do. Let's go ahead and take the package to the customer. Well, actually, let's take it to the post office, because it got a few more stops. It's gonna be from where I live at, and then it's gonna go to Philadelphia. That's like the major international place, and then they're gonna put an international sticker on it. Then it'll be going overseas, so I'll be tracking it as well. And I'm gonna be excited. It's my first international order. So once again, Mary, if you're watching this, happy crafting. Thank you so much. All big dreams start out small. Thank you for believing in me and seeing something that I had in my Etsy store and wanted to purchase it from me. So I thank you. So thank you. All right, y'all ain't gonna believe this. As I was down the road, look what I found. Some pink socks. Y'all know we about to pick these up. I don't know who owned they was, but let's see. Y'all like these? Y'all like these? Y'all like these? I like these. Yo, they match my Pink Panther pants. Y'all like these? Thank you, universe. I don't know who owned these was. I don't don't know where they came from, but we about to use these, okay? Y'all, I be finding all kind of stuff, and they brand new, like, they brand new. So, huge shout out to the universe for gifting me those. I appreciate it. I just be finding a whole bunch of random stuff on the ground as I bike ride and walk. So, yeah, you better believe I'm about to be wearing them, okay? So, yeah, I would have never noticed that if I was in a car. I would have never noticed that if I didn't come on this trip today. Now, I did have to pull over because every time when the cars pass, I'll ride on the opposite side in the road, okay? Now I could do it, but every time when they get closer, it's like I'll pull over to the side now, you know, I'll halfway walk. So I bike ride and I walk too. It ain't by choice. It's just that this goes too slow for me to be like, you know, riding. And plus, I'm not one of those people who be like, y'all be seeing them people, I be seeing them in the road. They be this color though. They be this color. And they be having their bikes, their helmets, like they be getting it, okay? So, yeah. Y'all, I got my little speaker. Let me show y'all the speaker I got, right? So, I'm getting a whole full experience. So, I got my red boom speaker. And I'm playing some classical music. I want to listen to classical music today. And I'm playing that as I do this. Y'all, I can't believe I found them socks. Like, universe been looking out for me. It really has. But I will say this. Do y'all see what's on the ground is white stuff? It looks like snow. It's not snow, it's cotton. So there's been some cotton harvesting, like cotton fields that are nearby. And I guess it flew off the back of the truck. And them socks is made out of cotton. So, yeah, y'all, I got some new socks. So just waiting on these cars to go by. I think to get back on the road. There aren't many other cars next or by. Now, one thing I will say you gotta be careful is because sometimes, say like if it's an 18-wheeler coming, cars will pass by that 18-wheeler. Like if the lines are open for them to pass, they'll do it. So that's something why I got these mirrors too. I got these rear view mirrors so you guys, well, so I can see, not so y'all can see, but so I can see. But it was only like yesterday. I remember my mama picking me up from right here. Right here, look. Right here, look. Y'all remember that episode? If you don't, check it out and see. It's in one of my previous videos. Look. Okay. That was when I had my red wagon, all right? And Mama did not see my vision. She didn't. But I saw my vision. That's all who needed to see it was me. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get back on the road and listen to my classical music. And let's go ahead and take this not bike, but this package, all right? That's what we gotta do. I gotta fix my seat. Okay, I gotta really fix the seat because, I gotta fix the seat. I really do. All right, so we made it to the post office in like 15 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and drop off this. And y'all know the tradition is a tradition for me to thank the customer once we get to the post office. And then I posted on my social media, letting them know I sent it off. So huge shout out to Mary. Thank you. It's a bug on my hand, but thank you very much. I truly appreciate you, Mary. Thank you for helping the Wagon and the Dream by Lewis. And I couldn't do it without you. So I just want to definitely say thank you. You know, thank you so much. So we're going to go ahead and drop this on off. I think there's a couple people in there already. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and take this in there with us and then drop this off. All right, so we got the package. We're in the post office. We got our bike right there. I don't leave it outside. Not saying that somebody's gonna take it. This is pretty much like a safe area that I trusted, but I just take it with me. I'm just so used to it. So let's go ahead and drop it off.
All right.
Hey, Miss Felicia, I found out how to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just paid from the website, but that's going to your Philadelphia one.
Oh, yeah, this is out of the country.
I appreciate you. Take care,
right.
okay? Thank you. I told you you're going to see me a lot.
Did you end up going to Leesburg? To that?
No, ma'am, that's the package right there.
Oh.
I didn't have to do all that.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much. Take care, okay?
All right, bye.
And that is how you do it. 100% entrepreneurially. Now that package is going to leave that post office. It's going to Philadelphia next. And then from Philly, I don't know where it's going after
All right,
Philly.
so from me, the package went from here all the way through here. Let's see. So it made a lot of stops. It went to a lot of trips. It just went far. It went very far. So this is where it all went to. Yeah, it made a lot of stops, a lot of trips.
I know it's gonna make its way to Ireland, the UK, okay? It's going all the way to the UK. But I gotta go by this Dollar General here and get me some trash bags. I got a lot of cleaning up to do at home, so that's where I'm gonna go at next. That's my next destination. All right, so we made it to the Dollar General. So now we gotta chain up the bike. We're gonna put it on that post over there, and we're gonna go in here and get what we need. But yeah, this like having a horse. Y'all remember back in the old Wild West days, you had a horse and you had to, like, I don't know how they did it, but I think they put their horse on a what they did with their horses, they put them on a fence or something like that, and they chained them up. Shit, if you take this, you're gonna have to take the post with your ass too. I'm sorry for the cursing, y'all, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Y'all, I feel like Pee Wee Herman. Y'all know that movie called Pee Wee Herman, where Pee Wee had that bike and they had like stole it and he went on the adventure to find it. Okay, I'm not that type of person, but I did lock my bike up, so yeah. How you doing? Hello. So we just came here for some trash bags. That's all we need. Excuse me. So we just came here for a few things. She smells good, by the way. I don't know what she's wearing, but she smells good. We just came in here for some trash bags. Where the trash bags at? Hopefully they somewhere up in here, because I don't want to be in here that long. This ain't like Hobby Lobby. You know, Hobby Lobby, we in and we out. Okay, I lied about that part. We not in and out in Hobby Lobby. But, oh, okay, this is trash bags. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Oh, here we go. Now, our budget for trash bags is $3. No over $5. You know, we just need some basic trash bags now. See, this is why when we come here, Walmart be having them cheap trash bags for affordable pricing. Oh. Okay, I guess I'll get these then. We're gonna get these. We're gonna make this work. I'm gonna get 2 packs. Yeah, I'm gonna get 2 of these. They for $1. They're not too bad.
But in hindsight, I really should have grabbed these. Yes, they flexible. It's a lot more in them. They actually come in scents and varieties of smells. Not only that, but they hold a lot more too, and they won't rip. But that's a story for another time.
All right, so I know these are probably gonna rip, but I'll be double bagging them as well. So yeah, well, we do need a new pen, y'all. This is my journal, if y'all hadn't noticed. I carry my journal with me, and if I would've known they had journals in here, I would've came and got one. But yeah, I need a new pen though. We're gonna come back at another time. Do I need a new pen or not? I don't need a new pen. Y'all think I need a new pen? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make this a memorable moment. I'm gonna put a bag of trash bags back and I'm gonna get me a pen for $1. I'm gonna do it that way. It ain't like I ain't got pens at home, but it's nothing like saying, you know what, I got a pen, this is a special pen, it's a memory, all that good stuff too. All right, let's put a bag of trash bags back. All right, so I'm debating to get either the green pen or I don't want blue or red. Which one y'all think I should get, red or green? Green, I feel like I like green. Red that's easy to find a red pen, so I'm not gonna get that. I totally changed my mind. I'm gonna go with a brown one. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with the brown pen on this one. Yeah. Y'all look at this, a keychain ruler. Might come in handy one day, but not for now. Not for now. Oh, now that's a nice car. That is nice. Ooh, that's really nice. All right, so we got our pen. Now, we was going to pull over and write in our journal, but I'm going to do that at home. It looks like it's about to rain, and I don't have no umbrella. So, y'all know we got to truck it. Well, we got to ride it. We got to ride it on out. So, yeah, that's what we got to do. Okay, hey. All right, so let's put our wallet back where we got it. Now, where's my pen now? If I done paid $1 for it and I lost it, wait, let me double check. I need that pen. Pen, is you in here? Okay, pen is in there, all right? All right, let's go ahead and get on this road. Hey, all right, y'all. So I named my bike Horse. Yes, Horse, H-O-R-S-E. That's what we're gonna name this bike, Horse. It makes sense. When I get the next part, you'll see. Y'all, we gonna make it. I don't care what nobody say. We gonna make it, okay? Wherever there's a will, there's a way. And we're making it. We're making it, okay? We are making it. All right, we making it, y'all. We're making it. So I normally like stop at the creek and I look at like the nature. Sometimes you can see fish in the water. You can see like turtles. If I did fishing, I would be right here fishing. But I don't do no fishing, so you ain't gonna find me with no fishing pole right here. But people come out here and they do fishing too. They really do. All right, Horse, you did great today. All right, so I did notice a couple things with Horse. Horse was wobbling a little bit. And it's like that. I'm noticing that, like, when you're riding in, like, bumpy grass, and y'all know I was, like, in the bumpy grass and terrain, so I got to make sure that, like, the screws are tight, you know, nothing is loose. The seat, I had a lot of issues with the seat. Like, for some reason, it just kept, I think after a few too many bumps, it just kept on, like, adjusting itself. So when I ride, it was like you gotta control your ass when you sit on the seat, and you didn't have to do that before. So we gotta fix that. That's an issue. Another issue is like this part that locks the bike so it'll, you know, fold down. That came up. I don't know how, but I can imagine, you know, all the bumps we went over. But other than that, I mean, it's not a bad ride or anything. It'll get you from point A to point B. Maybe not point A to point Z like Wings did, but I'm grateful and I'm always thankful. So it was a safe ride. Once again, I even went on a new route I never even took. I didn't record it, but it was good because I got a chance to see what was down that road. I manifested a few more other things and a few more other projects. So that was just one of the things that I'm very happy about. I was able to do, and hard work does pay off. It really does. And I officially came up with a name for my bike. It's called Horse, okay? That's Wings, that's my car. The name of the bike is Horse, all right? Horse. So thank you so much, Horse. I appreciate you. You got me from where we needed to go. It didn't take that long, and I'm very grateful. So yeah, until the next time, this is Lewis with the Wagon in a Dream by Lewis. And don't forget, all big dreams start out small. Peace.